When cosmic law overrides earthly contracts, there are no appeals, only consequences. And right now, our whole system is learning that lesson the hard way, because a verdict has been read that they never saw coming. For years, you have felt like you were on trial for a crime you didn't commit. You were scrutinized, cross-examined by life, and judged by people who held a fraudulent authority over you. They presented evidence of your flaws and failures, building a case for why you should remain small. But they were arguing in the wrong court, using the wrong laws. Because a divine legal team has been working on your case in a jurisdiction they cannot access. And the lawyer that is now after you isn't coming with an indictment. They are coming with a notice of transfer. They are the agent of a bankrupt system sent to witness the liquidation of your old life and the legal activation of your true inheritance. Chapter 1. The divine subpoena. That feeling you have right now is not paranoia. It is not anxiety, and it is not in your head. It is the palpable sensation of being observed by a power that has suddenly taken a profound interest in your existence. You feel it when you wake up, a sense of being watched while you sleep. You feel it in a quiet room, the feeling of a presence that is not physical but is undeniably there. This is a spiritual summons. This is the energy of a divine subpoena being served not to your door but to your spirit. The system, the old guard, the architects of the reality you have been forced to navigate, have dispatched an agent. This is not a man in a suit carrying a briefcase. This is an energetic entity, a spiritual lawyer, tasked with investigating what they perceive as a cosmic breach of contract. The contract they are referencing is the unspoken agreement you were born into. The agreement to be limited. The agreement to accept the hereditary curses of your bloodline. The agreement to believe that your potential had a ceiling and that your power was finite. This was the fine print of the human experience they handed you, and for a long time, you signed it every single day with your compliance, with your tears, with your belief in their version of reality. You agreed to their terms and conditions without ever reading them. They counted on this. Their entire world is built on the assumption that no one ever questions the validity of that initial contract. They check the box for you. But overnight, something snapped. And it wasn't you. It was the contract itself. It was declared null and void by a higher authority, an authority so far above their pay grade they didn't even know it was a possibility. You did not break the rules were revealed to be an illusion. You did not escape the prison, the walls were revealed to be made of smoke. This is the breach they are investigating. They are in a state of profound shock because your energy signature has suddenly changed jurisdictions. It is like you were a citizen of one country, bound by its laws, and then woke up one morning with a divine passport that grants you diplomatic immunity everywhere. The lawyer is after you, not to prosecute, but to understand. They are an auditor sent from a failing corporation, trying to figure out how you suddenly acquired assets that were never on their books. They are reviewing your life file, every moment of pain, every betrayal, every instance where you were told you were not enough. They are looking for the loophole. They are searching for the clause that allows them to pull you back into their jurisdiction. They are meticulously combing through the evidence of your past, searching for the proof they need to argue that you are still bound by the old laws of lack, sickness, and delay. They are looking for your signature on their fraudulent documents. This is why you feel the pressure. It is a spiritual cross-examination. You may be experiencing strange dreams, seeing symbols or numbers that feel significant. You might have old memories bubbling to the surface, not to haunt you, but to be presented as evidence. This is your life review, happening while you are still living. The agent is pulling up exhibits. Exhibit A, the time they told you your dream was impossible. Exhibit B, the time you were betrayed by someone you trusted. Exhibit C, the moment you almost gave up, but something inside you, something ancient and powerful, refused. They are looking at this evidence, expecting to find a broken spirit. They are expecting to find a soul that has consented to its own diminishment. But what they are finding is confusing them. It is terrifying them, because in every piece of evidence, they see the opposite of what they were looking for. They see a spirit that was being tempered, not broken. A soul that was being forged, not crushed. The lawyer is after you because you are the first case of your kind that they have ever witnessed. You are a walking, breathing precedent. You are the legal argument that dismantles their entire reality. And their presence, this feeling of being watched, is not a threat. It is a confirmation. It is the universe sending you a notification, telling you that your case is now being heard in the highest court. The opposition has been alerted. The proceedings have begun. And the agent sent to investigate your breach is about to become the primary witness for your ascension. This is the spiritual truth of this moment. A lawyer is after you because you are evidence of a higher law they can no longer ignore. They came to audit you, but what they are discovering is that you are the auditor. And they are the ones who are about to be found in serious non-compliance with the laws of the cosmos. Like this video to anchor the energy of your divine immunity. This action is a spiritual signature, a seal on your new contract. Subscribe to join the collective of those operating under this higher jurisdiction. This is your formal entry into the sovereign nation of the awakened. Comment 77 below as your divine code. It is an energetic stamp that confirms your awareness and acceptance of this verdict. Replay this video in the background as you go about your day. Let the frequency of this truth saturate your spirit, recalibrating your subconscious to the reality of your new authority. This is not a request. It is your first assignment as an agent of the divine court. Chapter 2, The Two Testaments. To understand the gravity of what is happening, you must understand a fundamental spiritual fact that has been deliberately hidden from you. Every soul that incarnates on this plane is born under the authority of two separate and distinct testaments. Think of them as two cosmic wills, two legal documents that dictate the terms of your existence. The first is what we will call the Testament of the Flesh. This document is written by the world. Its authors are your ancestors, your society, your karma, and the collective agreements of the matrix you were born into. This testament details your limitations. It outlines the debts you are expected to pay, the generational curses you are meant to carry, and the invisible fences that define the boundaries of your life. It is a contract of perceived reality, filled with clauses of struggle, obligation, and conformity. For most of your life, you have lived as if this were the only will and testament that existed. You honored its terms because you were taught it was the only law. But there is a second document. This is the Testament of the Spirit. This document was not written by the world, it was written for you by Source, by the Divine, before a single cell of your body was formed. It is a sealed document, held in the cosmic archives, waiting for a specific and predetermined moment to be unsealed. This testament does not detail your limitations, it details your inheritance. It outlines your true divine purpose, the spiritual gifts you possess, the limitless abundance that is your birthright, and the sovereign power that is your true nature. It is not a contract of obligation. It is a deed of ownership. It names you as the sole beneficiary of a kingdom you have forgotten you possess. The lawyer that is after you is an agent of the court that governs the testament of the flesh. Their entire job, their very existence, is to enforce the clauses of that first document. They are a representative of the old system, the old law. And for centuries, their authority has been absolute because the Second Testament remains sealed for almost everyone. But a cosmic shift has occurred. A celestial alignment, a prophetic convergence, has triggered a universal unsealing. For the anointed ones, for the chosen, the testament of the Spirit is no longer a pending document. It has been officially unsealed and entered into the cosmic record. This is the event that has triggered the panic. This is why the agent is after you. In the language of their court, the activation of the Second Testament has rendered the first one completely and utterly void. It is a legal override, a divine supersedious. All the clauses of lack, of sickness, of struggle, of not enoughness are now legally unenforceable. The spiritual lawyer is scrambling because their primary legal document, the source of all their power and control, has just been turned into cosmic dust. They are pursuing you because you are walking, breathing proof of this. Your very energy signature now radiates the authority of the Second Testament. You have two of them. You always have. You have two birthrights. One earthly, one divine. One of limitation, one of liberation. The lawyer is after you because you now have conscious access to both, and you are beginning to choose, moment by moment, which one you will honor. Every time you refuse to believe in lack, you are citing the testament of the Spirit. Every time you heal from an old wound, you are executing a clause from your divine inheritance. Every time you speak your truth in the face of deception, you are enforcing the laws of your true kingdom. This agent is trying to convince you that the First Testament is still valid. They will do this subtly. They will whisper through the voices of doubt in your own mind. They will use the faces of people from your past to remind you of who you used to be. They will orchestrate situations that mirror your old struggles, hoping you will react in the old way, thereby giving your consent once more to the old contract. They will try to get your signature again. This is their only move. They cannot force you. They must trick you into volunteering to go back under their jurisdiction. They need you to believe that the will written by the world is more real than the will written by God. In the coming days, pay close attention to the arguments presented to you. When you feel a wave of despair, ask yourself, which testament does this feeling belong to? When an old fear resurfaces, ask, which law is this fear attempting to enforce? You are now the judge in your own reality. You hold both documents in your hands. One is a list of debts. The other is a statement of infinite assets. The lawyer is watching you, waiting to see which one you will read from. They are terrified because they can feel you starting to read from the second document, and its language is a power they cannot comprehend. Your joy is a legal argument they cannot refute. Your peace is a verdict that silences them. Your self-love is the signature that validates the testament of the Spirit forever and ever. Chapter 3. The evidence they cannot dispute. The spiritual lawyer sent to investigate you is operating under one fatal flaw. They believe the past is your weakness. They are meticulously combing through the archives of your life, pulling every file marked pain, betrayal, and failure. They believe these files are an open and shut case against you. They see them as proof of your consent to the testament of the flesh, evidence that you accepted limitation as your reality. They are preparing to present this evidence, to lay it all out and show you the long, undeniable history of your own brokenness. They believe that once you are confronted with this mountain of painful evidence, you will concede. You will agree that you are, and always have been, subject to their laws. What this agent does not and cannot understand is that your pain was never a liability. It was a deposition. Every tear you cried was not a sign of weakness, it was a sworn testimony being entered into the record of a higher court. Every act of betrayal you endured was not proof of your foolishness, it was an affidavit signed and sealed, proving that the terms of the First Testament were unjust and predatory. Every moment you were isolated, left alone, and forced to rely on a strength you didn't know you had was not a punishment. It was a period of sequestering the jury, which is your own soul, to prevent tampering from the outside world. You were not living a life of random suffering. You were building a case. And you were not the defendant in this case. You were the star witness for the prosecution against the system itself. The lawyer is now looking at Exhibit A, the brutal heartbreak that shattered you. They expect it to be a record of your defeat. But the divine court sees it differently. They see it as proof that your heart was capable of a love so profound that the limited world could not contain it. They see it as the moment you learned that your capacity to love was not dependent on another person's ability to receive it. That heartbreak was the evidence that your love is sourced from the infinite. They move on to Exhibit B, the financial ruin, the period of devastating lack. The lawyer sees this as proof of your unworthiness, your inability to master the material world. But the higher court sees it as the period where you were stripped of all external resources to force you to discover the inexhaustible resource within. It was the deposition that proved your survival is not contingent on their economy. You were learning to operate on a divine economy of faith and manifestation. The evidence shows you survived. The evidence shows you are still here. This baffles the lawyer. By their laws, you should have perished. Then they pull up the thickest file: betrayal. The friends who turned, the family that misunderstood, the partners who deceived. The lawyer waves this file with confidence, believing it proves you are inherently flawed, unable to maintain healthy connections, forever an outcast. But the divine court reads it as a series of controlled purges. Each betrayal was a divine intervention, removing a juror who had been compromised by the opposition. It was a strategic isolation designed to protect the integrity of your mission. It was not abandonment, it was preservation. Each person who walked away was making room for the divine counsel that was waiting to enter. You have to understand, the evidence they are using against you is the very evidence that sets you free. Your scars are not signs of damage. They are courtroom exhibits proving you survived an unjust prosecution. Your past is not a chain that binds you. It is the documented proof that the testament of the flesh was a contract signed under extreme duress, making it legally and spiritually void. The lawyer's demeanor is changing. They came in with the swagger of a prosecutor who had never lost a case. But as they review your files, a cold dread is creeping in. The evidence is not adding up in their favor. The story it tells is not one of a broken victim, but of a divinely protected agent undergoing intense, specialized training. They see patterns they cannot explain. They see moments of grace that defy their logic. They see a resilience that violates the laws of their reality. They thought they were reviewing the life of a defendant. They are now realizing they are reading the origin story of a judge. In the coming days, do not be surprised if people from your past suddenly reappear. They may come with apologies, with excuses, with attempts to pull you back into the old courtroom drama. See them for what they are, the lawyer's last-ditch effort to introduce new, misleading evidence. Do not take the stand. Do not relitigate the past. Your silence, your peace, your refusal to engage is the ultimate objection. You simply rest your case. Because the evidence has been submitted, the testimony has been heard, and it all points to one undeniable conclusion: you are innocent. And the system that accused you is guilty as charged. Chapter 4: The jurisdiction shift. The most disorienting and yet most liberating aspect of this entire process is the physical and energetic reality of the jurisdiction shift. This is not a theoretical or metaphorical change, it is a tangible event that is altering the very fabric of your daily existence. It is the reason your body feels different, your perception is sharpening, and the world around you seems to be sorting itself into two distinct categories, that which resonates with your new authority, and that which is violently repelled by it. You are no longer operating under the laws of the old territory. You have crossed a border into a sovereign nation, and that nation is your own energy field. The spiritual lawyer, the agent of the old system, can observe you, but they can no longer touch you. Their legal summons and energetic attacks cannot reach you here. It is like they are shouting at you from across a chasm, but their voice is carried away by the wind. This is why you have been feeling a strange sense of detachment, even from things that used to trigger you profoundly. The old insults, the old fears, the old anxieties, they are like laws from a foreign country that simply do not apply to you anymore. You are under new management. You answer to a new government. Let's ground this in what you are physically experiencing. You may be feeling sudden jolts of energy, or conversely, periods of deep, almost overwhelming fatigue. This is your body's cellular structure being rewritten to align with the new laws of your divine testament. The old programming, which ran on a currency of stress and survival, is being deleted. The new programming runs on a currency of peace and sovereign power. This recalibration requires immense energy. Honor it. When you are tired, you are not failing, you are upgrading. You will also notice a change in your senses. Colors may seem brighter. You might hear a high frequency ringing in your ears, which is not tinnitus, but the sound of you attuning to a higher dimensional bandwidth. Your intuition is no longer a soft whisper, it is a clear, declarative command. This is because the fog of the old jurisdiction, the static of collective fear and doubt, can no longer penetrate your field. You have been given a cleared channel, a direct line to your divine intelligence. Your body is the embassy of your new jurisdiction, and it is being fortified and upgraded from the inside out. The most dramatic evidence of this shift will be in your external reality, particularly with people. Anyone still operating fully under the laws of the testament of the flesh will find your presence intensely uncomfortable. They will not understand why. They may lash out, become critical, or simply vanish from your life with no explanation. Do not take this personally. It is a matter of legal and energetic incompatibility. A being governed by the law of gravity cannot comfortably coexist with a being that has learned to fly. Their system registers you as a paradox, a glitch in their reality, and their only recourse is to attack or retreat. Conversely, you will start attracting your true people, your soul family. These are other beings who are also operating under the jurisdiction of the spirit. The connection will be instantaneous. It will feel like you have known them for lifetimes. These connections are not based on shared trauma or need, as old relationships were. They are based on a shared resonance, a recognition of sovereignty. These are your fellow diplomats, the citizens of your true country. They are being drawn to your embassy. The lawyer is witnessing all of this, and it is the final nail in the coffin of their case. They see that their tactics are useless. They try to send an agent of chaos into your life, but that person gets a metaphorical flat tire on the way to your door. They try to trigger a financial panic, but an unexpected check arrives in the mail from a forgotten source. They are throwing every law in their old book at you, and none of them are sticking. You are protected by a divine diplomatic immunity that their system has no protocol for. In the next few weeks, you will be tested on this. The old world will make a few more attempts to pull you back across the border. An old lover may call. An old boss may offer you a job. A family member might try to guilt you into an old dynamic. These are not opportunities, they are jurisdiction tests. Your job is not to fight or argue. It is to simply stand your ground on your sovereign soil. A simple no spoken from this place of power carries the force of a cosmic decree. You are not rejecting them, you are upholding the laws of your new reality. The lawyer is watching. Show them you have read the new law book. Show them you understand exactly where you stand. Chapter 5, Cross-examining the accuser. The power dynamic has now permanently inverted. The agent who came to investigate you, to audit your soul and find you in breach of their contract, is now the one being cross-examined. Your very existence, your light, your unwavering peace in the face of their fading storm has become a relentless interrogation of their entire system. They are no longer looking for flaws in you, they are beginning to see the fatal flaws in the reality they represent. The hunter has become the hunted, not by an act of aggression on your part, but by the sheer, undeniable weight of your authenticity. This spiritual lawyer came armed with what they believed were irrefutable truths, that struggle is necessary, that worth is earned, and that power is granted by external authorities. These were the pillars of their legal system. But as they observe you, they see you thriving without struggle. They see you embodying a worth that is inherent and unconditional. They see you wielding a power that was not given to you, but was unlocked from within. Each day you live in alignment with your second testament is a day you spend cross-examining their first. You are not doing this with words. You are doing this with your frequency. When they project an energy of fear, your calmness asks a silent question: why are you so afraid of a peace you cannot control? When they attempt to trigger your sense of lack, your gratitude for what you have poses another: how can your system of scarcity be real when I am sustained by an invisible abundance? They have no answers to these questions. Their legal arguments dissolve in the face of your lived experience. Their case is crumbling, not because you fought back, but because you refused to play their game at all. In the coming days, you will notice this shift in your interactions with the world. People who once challenged you will now come to you for advice. They will not admit it, but they are proxies for the system sent to gather intelligence. They will ask you questions like, how do you stay so calm with everything going on? Or you seem so different lately, what's your secret? Be aware of what is truly happening. This is the lawyer speaking through them, trying to understand the source of your power. They are no longer trying to trap you, they are desperately trying to learn from you. They came to prosecute, but they are staying for a lecture on a law they never knew existed. You will feel a change in the energetic probes sent your way. The attacks used to feel sharp, personal, and malicious. Now they will feel more like confused inquiries. The lawyer is no longer trying to prove you are wrong, they are trying to figure out why you are so right. They are testing your boundaries not to break them, but to understand their composition. They are observing the impenetrable shield of your aura and taking notes. Your peace is their new textbook. Your joy is their new field of study. Your role in this cross-examination is simple: continue to be. Do not try to convert anyone. Do not waste your energy explaining the shift you have undergone. Your embodied truth is the only closing argument you will ever need. When they ask you how you are so calm, simply smile. That smile is a legal precedent. When they question your newfound abundance, simply live in generosity. That generosity dismantles their economic theories. The lawyer thought they were facing a defendant they could bully into a plea deal. Instead, they have found themselves in a courtroom where the judge is silent, the verdict is love, and the evidence is a life being lived beautifully in defiance of all their laws. They are now cross-examining themselves. Your light is the mirror. They look at you and are forced to see the deception, the fear, and the hollowness of their own system. They are beginning to question their own contract. The lawyer is beginning to wonder if perhaps they too have a second testament, sealed and forgotten in a cosmic vault. You are not just winning your own case, you are providing the legal framework for the liberation of the very agents who were sent to imprison you. This is the ultimate victory. This is the magnitude of the power you now hold. You are not just a precedent, you are a revolution in a single body. Chapter 6. The verdict is already in the tension you have been feeling. This sense of an impending confrontation is based on a fundamental misunderstanding of what is taking place. You have been bracing for a trial, preparing for a final showdown with the spiritual lawyer, steeling yourself for a climactic legal battle. But there will be no battle. There will be no trial. There is no jury to convince and no judge to persuade. This is the great secret of your anointing. The verdict was never in doubt. The judgment was rendered, signed, and sealed by the divine before the foundation of the world. What you are experiencing now is not the trial. It is the formal, public reading of a verdict that has been a spiritual fact for eons. The lawyer is not here to argue a case. They are here as a representative of the old court, legally obligated to be present as a witness while the verdict from the higher court is read into the official record of this reality. Their presence is a formality. They are the defeated party, required by cosmic law to attend the winner's coronation. Their purpose is not to challenge your victory, but to validate it. Their system's acknowledgement of your ascension is what makes it a binding reality on this physical plane. They must bear witness so they can go back and report to their masters that the game is over and a new power is in place. Think of it this way. A king is born, destined to rule. His entire life is a preparation for the throne. He is trained, tested, and forged into a leader. The day of his coronation is not the day he wins the kingdom, it is the day his inherent right to rule is publicly declared and celebrated. The verdict on your sovereignty was delivered the moment your soul was created. Your life has been the coronation ceremony, disguised as a series of trials and tribulations. Every challenge was a part of the ritual, every victory a step closer to the throne. The lawyer is now simply reading the final lines of the decree. They are looking at the evidence of your life, the evidence they thought was for your prosecution, and they are now seeing it for what it is, the biography of a ruler. They are seeing the story of your divine right, proven through resilience, compassion, and an unbreakable connection to Source. The two testaments were never a choice to be made, but a transition to be experienced. The testament of the flesh was the regency period, a temporary governance until the true heir came of age. Your coming of age ceremony is now. This is why you must release the need to fight. You must let go of the desire for vindication. You do not need to prove your worth to the lawyer or to anyone who represents their system. The case is closed. The verdict is in. To continue arguing is to dishonor the judgment that has already been passed in your favor. Your job now is to simply accept the ruling. It is to walk out of the symbolic courtroom and into your kingdom. In the coming days, you will feel this finality settle into your bones. It will be a profound sense of peace, a quiet knowing that the war is truly over. The frantic energy of the lawyer will be replaced by a somber, respectful stillness. They are no longer a prosecutor. They are a clerk of a defunct court performing their last official duty. You may even feel a strange sense of compassion for this agent, for you will recognize that they are bound by a law that you have just transcended. They are a prisoner of the very system they were sent to defend. The verdict reads as follows: you are declared sovereign. You are absolved of all karmic debt. You are reinstated as the sole beneficiary of your divine inheritance as outlined in the testament of the Spirit. All previous contracts, agreements, and judgments made under the jurisdiction of the testament of the flesh are hereby declared null, void, and unenforceable, effective immediately across all timelines, dimensions, and realities. This is the spiritual fact. This is the law. And the lawyer, your former accuser, is now the first being who must legally bow to your new authority. Chapter 7. The enforcement of the decree. A verdict is only a piece of paper until it is enforced. A decree from a king is only a sound until his agents carry it out across the land. The final stage of your cosmic legal proceeding is not acceptance, it is enforcement. And the agent of enforcement is you. The departure of the spiritual lawyer does not mark an end, but a beginning. Their role as observer is over. Your role as ruler has just begun. You have been handed the scepter of your own reality, and now you must learn to wield it. Enforcement is not about control or domination. It is about alignment and declaration. It is the conscious and constant act of making your reality conform to the verdict that has been delivered. The decree states you are sovereign, so you must enforce this by setting non-negotiable boundaries. The decree states you are abundant, so you must enforce this by rejecting all thoughts of lack and acting from a place of generosity. The decree states you are guided and protected, so you must enforce this by moving with unshakable faith, even when the path is not clear. Your every thought, word, and action is now an act of law enforcement. The lawyer is gone, but the infrastructure of their old system remains for a time. It is like a government that has been overthrown, but some of its old statues are still standing. You will encounter remnants of the old code in the world around you and even in the residual programming within your own mind. Do not be alarmed. These are not threats, they are opportunities for you to practice your new authority. When a thought of self-doubt arises, you do not fight it. You, as the enforcer of the new law, simply declare it out of order and watch it dissolve. When a person attempts to subject you to an old, toxic dynamic, you do not argue. You simply enforce your sovereign border with your silence and your energy. You are not asking them to respect your authority, you are demonstrating it as an undeniable fact. This is the great responsibility that comes with your freedom. You are no longer just a resident of your life, you are its governor. Your words now carry the weight of creative law. Be impeccable with them. What you declare is what will be. If you say, I am healing, you are signing a new law into effect. If you say, opportunity flows to me, you are dispatching your spiritual agents to make it so. The universe is no longer a force you must negotiate with. It is your administration, awaiting your executive orders. The retreating lawyer is now spreading the word through the unseen realms. The report is being filed. Case number 77 is closed. The defendant has been revealed as the new judge. The old jurisdiction is obsolete. A new power is enforcing a new reality. This news will ripple outwards, and the entire energetic structure of your life will reorganize itself to comply with the new decree. This is why things may feel chaotic for a moment. The old is being dismantled to make way for the new. Do not fear the demolition. You are the architect of what is being built in its place. Your two testaments are not just documents, they are the old blueprint and the new. Throw the old one away. The future of your kingdom must be built only from the new one. This is your first and final order. Enforce it.